Hey, in today's video, we're gonna go in depth into how to unban a Google Ads account. If this perhaps has happened to you, you're gonna get some guidelines here, some steps that you can do to unsuspend your Google Ad account. It's quite easier than doing it on Facebook, right? As we all know, the Facebook ad bans just continue to keep happening on a daily basis. With Google Ads, very, very rare that you'll have a Google Ad account suspension. So let's just dive into the video. The good news is Google's policies are clearly laid out online on their support docs. So we'll leave a link here below with that. Take a look at everything from, what type of offers, what type of products and services can be advertised on Google and which ones cannot. That is very kind of clear, right? That's the rule of thumb, really, is just reading through the policies and understanding what you can or cannot do, okay? Sometimes, depending on the type of offer it is, you may be facing an uphill battle getting your ads approved without limitations, right? So you guys may experience a lot of this in the maybe in the financial space, perhaps in the housing space as well, right? A lot of real estate. I don't know if there's real estate marketers watching this, but you may encounter a lot of the ad approved limited due to housing policy or something in that nature, right? Or if it's in the financial services niche, approved limited due to financial credit policy or something like that, something in that nature. I think you get what I'm coming from. It's one of those situations where your ad is approved and it is running, but the impressions is so low, right? Because Google is limiting the amount of inventory that it can be shown on, and let's say the amount of times that it can be displayed versus other ads that are approved without any limitations, in your same niche, right? So that can become an issue for and can hinder performance, really. So again, the positive thing is that usually when you have Google Ads, let's say rejecting your ads or approving them with some certain limitations, Google is usually good at responding when you have those particular scenarios happen to you. You can actually reach out to Google directly on their dashboard, and we could just show you real quick here. I think you guys already know, if you guys are doing YouTube ads or Google ads, the little help button here with the question mark, and then you can do contact us. And it's pretty straightforward. You kind of explain the situation. As you can see, some of these are already saved options that I've used. Incorrect ad disapproval, campaigns not spending full budget, ads not spending full budget, disapproved ad, don't understand policy. So there's a couple of things you can write in there, right? Depending on what you're going through. And depending on that, obviously you have the option of selecting certain categories that they'll put you into, right? Concerns with disapproved ads, and then from there you just kind of select your Google Ad account, and it'll give you the option to either call, email, or chat. Right now their call option is not active due to this whole situation that we're living right now, going through. So you can just go with chat. Chat's typically good for you to start a conversation with them. And the chat is closed because we're shooting this on a Saturday. So you want to do it during the week, right? So Monday through Friday, that's when you want to reach out to them. And again, this is when you have ads that are, let's say, disapproved, or you have some other type of situation regarding that. Now, the main thing for this video that we want to cover is how to unsuspend, right? How to unban, if you will, a Google Ad account, okay? But the first thing is, because sometimes when you have, and the reason I bring this up is if you have a Google Ad account that is banned, you may not be doing what I just showed you here, right? You may not be able to do that. They don't even give you that option, right? So we've had a couple of people within the group run into the situation where they get your ad account has been suspended due to circumventing systems, right? So circumventing systems, I believe they define it as just going through, trying to, play the Google's systems algorithm really, and to kind of go around what they're trying to, let's say, enforce you not to do, right? They're trying to make you comply with the policies, but if you're not complying and you go and get your account suspended and you open another account and then you go and do the same thing that you were doing before, that's circumventing the systems, okay? That's, I guess, my own way of looking at it. We're going through this 3-step process here. We want to break it down to you of what you can do if you are going through this situation of getting an account suspended by Google. Step number 1, identify why Google suspended your account. Okay, this can be easily found in the email they sent, when your account was banned. There are a lot of reasons why this may happen, and we'll see some of these later on in the video. Step 2, you need to fix your suspension account ASAP. And we'll tell you how to do this in a few minutes as well. And last but not least, 3, you'll have to inform Google that you solved the situation so they can verify your account and allow you to run ads again, right? So first things first, the email that you will receive is super important to figure out what was the mistake that you made when advertising on the Google Ads platform, okay? The thing is that the suspension causes can vary a lot, but if you get to the core problem of what's causing it, halfway there to find a resolution, okay? Some of these causes that are common, one is, like, for example, having a hacked website. You'll get a notification like that. Google identifies when a website has malicious software that can be harmful to visitors, right, that go to your website. So you may not realize this, but they sure a lot of due diligence in terms of websites, right? They'll automatically scan your sites and ensure that things are okay, but they do find if there's malicious software, they know about it, okay? Just like you can scan the site right now with a Chrome extension that lets you know what they were built with, right? What platform was used, what programming language was used. Well, Google knows that and a lot more, as you can imagine. And Google's policy, just, we know this is an endless list, but it's mostly about good business practices, following local basic laws. You can find out more about the policies again below in this video. There's a link for the support docs for Google's ad policies that you can take a look, okay? Another thing that can get your account suspended is the billing, right? Having some billing issues, this can go from overdue payments to suspicious payment activity and more, right? So, let's say you just added your card and you ran ads, and then Google went to try and charge that payment, charge that card, but it was unsuccessful, okay? So your ads will obviously stop running at that point. Let's say you add another card to that and the same thing happens. Well, at that point, Google has, let's say, in their full jurisdiction to just suspend your account, right? Because, you're adding another payment method, but they may not even run the ads. They can't, if they can't charge another card that you just added, and maybe you keep going through that cycle there, that same vicious cycle of just kind of plugging in cards. And again, you may not be doing this purposely, right? But there's a lot of scrupulous people out there that are trying to, let's say, bypass that and trying to get free advertising on Google. I mean, you can look it up. There's people out there, I'm sure, trying this, finding coupons online or trying different ways that they can get away with promoting, but Google is cracking down on that. They do crack down on those type of activities, right? So that can definitely get you your account suspended. Okay. So be real clear. If you have one card that you have the right limits on, be real organized with your accounting and ensure that you have a budget. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that if you, let's say you pay 1 month, 1 month of advertising, or 1 week typically, and then next week your limit let's say you're over your limit, the card can't be charged. That doesn't mean you're going to get suspended, right? That doesn't mean your account is going to get banned. It's just, the less red flags you can have in your account, the better, right? But this is not like Facebook, so if you don't pay once, if you don't update your card, you're not going to get banned for life or whatever. You just ensure you follow the billing rules there, okay? Also another thing is the age requirements. Generally, you can have a Google account from the age of 13, but minimum age requirement varies from country to country. That's another thing. Another reason that is very common with most software programs is if they catch unauthorized users in the account. This is actually a helpful warning though. So, there may be people that are trying to get into your account, or they got into your account, they may suspend that, okay? Also, if you're running a nonprofit organization, you will have grant specific policies. So as you know, with nonprofit, you can get up to like $10,000 of basically free advertising money, right? Google ad credit that you can advertise with. So there's specific policies for that. If you're a nonprofit, you can take a look at it. We'll leave a link below as well. One of the other things that we look at when unbanning an ad account is just ensuring that that you have followed the policies strictly, right? And maybe if you have a video, so I guess to give you an example here, if you're a tourism company, right, a tourism agency, and you're promoting a specific location where it has a casino, right, or alcoholic beverages and stuff like that. Well, so Google does have an issue with promoting that, like being explicit with that. If you have video showing people drinking alcohol and gambling, that is an issue. That is an issue. Although Google does allow, gambling offers, you'll see some gambling offers there and betting sites and things like that, advertising, but there's certain limitations to that, right? But sometimes they'll ask you to kind of re-edit certain videos, right? Certain parts of the video, because they do a good job at scanning that. You can easily get those disapprovals appealed, right? Through their appeal process, by just letting them know, like, hey, I made adjustments to comply with the policy, and then you can send it for review. If that is taking too long, just simply reach out to them, and they're usually really good at helping you find a resolution and getting your ads approved and up and running again and eligible, okay? We're coming into the end here, but just one thing is important. The egregious violations is one thing that can get you banned indefinitely. And obviously, I don't think a lot of our viewers or people that are watching this or trying to advertise on Google, I would say a large majority have a legitimate business being promoted, but egregious violations, this is hard to solve. It's a situation you don't want to be involved in. According to Google, an egregious violation is so serious that it is unlawful or possesses significant harm to their digital advertising ecosystem. And it's usually related to overall business of the account not following Google's basic policy. So this is pretty serious, and it's a no point of return situation, right? They can close your account for good, and there's usually no turning back, right? So, one of those is maybe like scammers, right? People trying to scam people out of their money. They have like, hey, get rich overnight type of thing, or, I don't know, offering some sort of like losing weight, like in a very extreme way, okay? So, it's a very particular situation where, you don't want to be in one of the unrealistic claims, right? Type of offers, okay? So these are the main causes a Google Ads account can be banned. Of course, there's some that are harder to solve than others, but for the most of them, they have a solution. The important thing to keep in mind here is to identify the problem as the first steps to taking the right actions, okay? Once you've done that, it's time to get your hands into solving the problem. Let Google know you're getting back into the game. If your suspension is related to Google's policy, they're usually very intuitive to solve and can be done within your Google Ads account. But in case you don't understand or don't know how to fix it, the recommendation is that you ask experts in the area, right? And And since they're probably had the same issues anytime in the past, a good option is our media buyers group, obviously on Facebook, the YouTube ad buyers group. It's it's open for anybody that's looking to advertise on YouTube, already advertising, and maybe running into these account suspension issues. And here's it's a huge opportunity for you to keep learning just about not just policy compliance, but media buying in general on YouTube. Okay. The main steps you'll want to follow to get your Google ad account back into into good standing. Again, simply follow the policies, make adjustments when the adjustments are are deemed necessary for specific videos, right? There's just like in search campaigns or in some discovery campaigns where you have to include some text. Be careful with the wording that you're using, right? There's some cases where you may be using some brands names, some branded names, right? So those are the type of situations where you want to maybe avoid using those and just kind of be more generic. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of the invitation is just be very meticulous, okay? Don't miss any details. This also applies when you feel maybe the suspension has been a mistake, right? If you offer like a legitimate business. I know we recently had guys here in our YouTube group where I think they're promoting like vitamins and things like that. Usually in the health space, there's a lot of restrictions. There's quite a bit of uphill battle when getting ads approved. So just try to make certain adjustments, and that way you can let Google know that your intentions are positive, that your intentions are good with the ecosystem, with the users on the platform. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I think my last advice for you is really try avoiding these kind of mistakes that I just mentioned here about the billing, just about simply following policy. But in regards to unbanning the account, like the main thing is talking to Google and trying to make it work with them, right? Try the emailing them. I know at times they may be a little delayed when responding, but really attempt to try and come to a common ground with them and show them that you're looking to resolve the situation so you can get back to good standings, right? But don't just try to circumvent the systems, creating like another ad account, right? I know that's the whole game right now with Facebook. There's even markets right now. There's a market for selling ad accounts on Facebook, ad managers, right? Business managers and all that. With Google Ads account, I mean, it's easy as 1, 2, 3 to create another Google ad account, and you can, but again, that can be frowned upon. So just try everything that you can to just speak to Google, email them, try a chat. Maybe even, this is a good little tip for you, is if you have another ad account, right? Talk to them about the ad account they have suspended before you start advertising. Just be like, hey, listen, I'm contacting you. I've tried contacting you for the ad account that was suspended, but unfortunately, I was not able to there was no option for me to communicate. So like, even though I reached out about this ad account, in reality, I'm trying to ensure that I'm complying by your policies and getting my ad account that was previously suspended back activated. Please let me know what to do. I'm willing to do everything I can to get the ad account back up and running. So that's one tip that you can use is, be resourceful, right? If they don't give you the option, like I said, to usually they don't, when your account's suspended, to talk to them, use another ad account, ask a buddy, or just try everything in your power to just get in good terms with Google. And and at the end of the day, you may be surprised, and you may be able to get your account reinstated, right? So there you have it. That is our video for the day, how to unban your Google ad account, and also how to, let's say, avoid from getting your ad account suspended or banned on Google. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications to get notified when we drop some more YouTube ad knowledge. Hey, and if you want to learn how to actually unban a Facebook ad account, feel free to click on this link here. It's a video where I break down how to do just that, okay? So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.